Now, I believe you've developed some other technology so that as you lose their short-term memory and they can't read people's names, you can now put a picture of their face up and they can hit that.
Yeah, that's really good for people who have got a lot of grandkids. My gosh, I've got 6 grandkids. I have trouble remembering who's who, and they grow every year. So we can put a little a picture of their face next to their name. And for example, you might put Carol, my daughter, or John, my son, and then a picture of the face. And every time they look up from the chair and they see the screen, which can be always on there with the buttons, they're instantly reminded. And so hopefully when John calls in, hi, John, how you doing, John? Rather than, oh, which one of the grandkids is this one?
My mother, June, in October 2012, sustained a heart attack at the age of 86. And combining that with her diagnosis of Alzheimer's, it was decided that it was unsafe for her to return to her home. As a consequence, she was moved into aged care and is now age 94. I noticed after a couple of years that there was no outgoing calls. And that then got me a bit concerned. And I discovered she couldn't use a traditional phone. And with the video phone, it meant that we could see buttons on the screen with the names of the people that she would normally be in regular contact with. And all she needed to do was touch the screen.
A lot of people might be thinking it's really difficult to set up technically, but I understand that your company does everything for you.
First of all, we talk to either the user or a relative to determine what the requirements are. So how's the hearing, the eyesight, how's their hand-eye coordination, the dexterity, do they have an issue even reaching the screen? So we can provide a little access button that they can hit if they're confined to a bed or a wheelchair, all kinds of options. Then we talk about who are the contacts, and we set up all the family members and friends, perhaps the services such as a doctor or a nurse or podiatrist. So we set them all up with the call buttons. We adjust the ringtone so it doesn't confuse them if they've still got another phone. The color scheme, the size of the buttons, the text, even the language. So right now we've got at the Videophone, not only in Australia, where most of them are, but in 10 or 20 countries overseas in other languages. So we customize every aspect, and as the user ages and their needs may change, we can increase the volume, increase the contrast, the button size, almost every aspect, so that can be a single device that they can just continue to use.